Hey guys, this is S to the SD Euro for players who like standard definition StarCraft. Just letting you know. And this will be my first cast, and this will be a TVT on Xel'Naga Caverns between TooCool, the coolest Terran around, and the Red Terran Phasalia. And this will be my casting debut as we see the good luck going down, and a sure coming back. A little bit of nastiness from the Red Terran right away. So hopefully this won't be too much of a slow Terran game, as I've only seen it once, but I'll keep you guys guessing. Sure, talking back and forth. And let's see how that affects their APMs with all that typing. Way ahead in the APM is TooCool, but that doesn't necessarily matter. Let's go back to production. SCV and Supply Depot almost identically on the way. Yes, identically. And we will see on SCV. I think we might see an SCV. Yep, there is that SCV. And here comes our second SCV out to put that barracks down for TooCool. Like I said, he is very cool. And at the exact same time, we see that barracks coming down. So very standard openings, obviously. There's no proxy barracks or 5 racks Reaper happening anytime soon. And the SCVs meet right at that Xel'Naga, and we see our gas going down for both Terrans at, again, almost the exact same time. We'll see units, and identical in the SCV production, as here comes the Red Scout, as TooCool is seeing everything he needs to see, and it's going to get out of there fairly quickly. And here comes Phasalia checking out this base, goes to attack that worker, but nope, he's attacking that barrack, so that's a little bit of a misclick. Here comes TooCool, the savior SCV. He's going to try and kill this red SCV. Get on my base, you. And the barracks gets lifted up, and what an odd placement, especially for barracks that can be, the ramp that can be walled off by having the barracks here and putting their supply depot down. And that SCV gets taken out by this Marine here, and we see a tech lab going down, and the orbital command going up, and a later orbital command for Red Terran if he does get one at all. And like I said, this is a very weird block. You have the double supply depot, the tech lab, and this is not really something you want to do against Terran, because Marauders can just sit here at the bottom and take out this tech lab, no problem, and there's an easy access way. And even against Zerg, this would be a bad one. Because Zerglings can go ahead and hit all of these structures. But now we have 2 more barracks going down, which is a very aggressive play from our blue Terran player. And we see a second barracks going down standard. The orbital command coming up a little late. No second gas for either players. SCV production is the same, although that TooCool does have that mule, which will give him a ton of extra minerals. A Reaper has just come out for TooCool, and that will be his scouting Reaper. We'll name him, I don't know what we'll name him. TooCool probably has a name in mind. Anyways, we'll have 2 more barracks going up, and from our Red Terran player, we have that second gas going down, so we might see a little bit more of a tech build. Nothing like early Banshees, it's too late for that. But we may see a build, an early medevac build, an early siege tank build, perhaps not really early, but we'll see. We might see that, and the factory going down, and we will see the Reaper come in. Will he take out this SCV working on that? All of that SCV's hard work is gone, and here comes the second SCV as the Reaper hightails it out of there, and lots of supply depots going up for TooCool as he is pumping out those Marines from his 3 barracks. Our Red Terran player will spread out these Marines so that that Reaper can't get up and sneak in. Sneaky Reaper. 2 barracks is pumping out Marines. That factory almost getting finished. Mules getting called down. No command centers yet, but I have a feeling we'll see one soon from one of these players taking that expansion. You like to do that as Terran, because minerals are just so hard to come by. And there's that tech lab and that starport. So yes, maybe we'll see the early medevac, or we could see Vikings for siege tanks, unless we see this huge mass Thor built by our Red Terran player. Second gas going down for TooCool, so he's going for a more bio-ball-based play at this point in time, but still with the 3 barracks. And here we go. Here comes his push, just as Stim is finishing. Perfect timing. With the 7-minute mark, that's a nice Terran timing, and 2 reactors going up, so definitely a very aggressive build. Command center coming down right now for our red Terran player, as well as that starport finishes. No siege tanks being built yet. Maybe we'll see some Hellions. And here comes that blue attack wave. Oh, will we see siege tank being made? Yes, we will. Siege tank is being made, and I believe, yes, we do. We have our siege tank tech coming, so we will see siege tanks. And here comes that bio ball taking out those Marauders and Marines real quick. He's gonna go ahead and take out that supply depot. So he gets in there, takes out that attachment, I believe, and there goes concussion shells. That's not coming back anytime soon. And there goes that second supply depot, doing some damage, takes out that SCV, working on that command center, gets in here. Will he take out this siege tank tech? No, he won't. He's going to go for that siege tank instead. If you just waited a second or two longer, you would have taken that out. So these SCVs are probably going to clean that up as the Viking comes out. So we're going to see the Viking scout siege tank play. SCVs being taken out, falling 5 SCVs behind, which is a big deal in the TBT. And we have the expansion going up for TooCool. So a very safe expansion, especially, oh, here comes a factory. So we might see some siege tanks from TooCool as well, as another barracks going down. And here comes that scouting Viking for our red Terran player as he tries to recuperate. It's going to be hard to come back from, but he still is within reaching distance because he is putting out that command center and he is getting out these siege tanks, so that'll help him fend off any other bio ball attack coming anytime soon. Here comes our lost Viking, and he's going to see those Marines and back right off. Let's see what scouting information he's going to get from that. And almost nothing. Same thing he knows from forward. Doesn't know anything about these barracks or these factories or even this expansion, which is a lot of information that Viking could have grabbed. Now this orbital command going up, the second orbital command, which is a little behind TooCool's already, and siege tanks moving out. That second one will finish probably before any attack comes. And no more barracks, no more additional barracks is going down, but things are strapped for cat, and it's 36 SCVs to 29 SCVs, hugely ahead is our blue Terran player, as he is in Marines 22 to 8, but our red Terran player does have that extra siege tank, which will help him in fighting off this attack. There are a fair bit of amount of Marauders, 6 Marauders, sorry, and 2 gas going for this Terran, so we might see some siege tanks or a Thor-based play. Here comes out a Hellion, maybe for some early harass, and an engineering bay going down. No upgrades being purchased yet. Let's go to production tab. Combat shield just finished for our blue Terran player, as well as a starport going up. Sorry, just finished, and more Marines coming out. But for our red Terran player, he is still pumping out these siege tanks, which will help him against this early bio ball. But the SCV count is still way behind, 43 to 32, 11 ahead. And here comes that armory, so we will see a Thor play. Staying amazingly on top of this supply, our blue Terran player is TooCool is proving himself to be the coolest Terran around. And double supply depot going up from behind the expansion for Thessalia. As well as no additional barracks, just the one. And these siege tanks are going to sit here and clump up, which is not what you want to do with siege tanks. You want to have a nice spread with them. You want to have, basically, so that they can't all just be sniped off by these Stim Marines and Marauders. Taking out the rocks here is this squad of Marines, and it will take that out, and we will see a gold base expand from our blue Terran player. That first Thor coming out as machine vehicle upgrades go down. No more additional Marines and Marauders happening right now, and still the same amount of siege tanks being pumped out from Thessalia. Our Viking getting in here, going to get some scouting information, but he will be taken down by these Stim Marines. That lost Viking never made it back home. Let's see the scouting information he got. So he saw the armory and all of the tech here. So that's pretty much saw everything he needs to see. Technically, you would really want to get in behind here and see all this. He still does not know about this expansion, which is huge. And does our blue player know about this expansion? Yes, yes he does. He's been using his scans wisely. He even does see that he's going to take the gold expansion too. So you want to have control of these Xel'Nagas, especially when you're doing expands and stuff like that. Now, one more barracks coming down for our Terran player, more siege tanks being pumped out, another Viking for spotting, and this may be a harassment squad moving down here, or just to make sure that the Xel'Naga is safe. Third, here comes that command center. I'm going to move out to the middle for our Terran player, as well as TooCool. He will move that out to the middle and take their respective gold bases. In behind, here comes a squad of Marines. See if they can do some damage to the expansion of Thessalia, and we will see if he can, or if he cannot. Now, these supply depots here are smart. It's a better strategy when you're playing Zerg, but at least it lets you know when they're coming in. The stim going down, taking out these supply depots, he will. Here comes a siege tank sieging up some Marines and a Viking just for spotting. And they will run away. They will get out of there because they know. They know there's siege tanks over there. And Marines, they don't like siege tanks. Here comes this command center way behind, actually, this red Terran player's command center. And he could have taken this a little bit earlier to get maybe a little bit of a jump ahead of our blue Terran player, but he's still behind by 6 to our blue Terran player SCV count. Oversaturated, but he will take that third, so he'll move some of his SCVs out to take that. And we see a whack ton of supply depots, Rage supply depots, just like Rage pylons, as Protoss players get it all the time. Only 4 barracks for a red Terran player, so he's not going to be able to pump up nearly as many bio units as TooCool. 1-in-1 these mechanic upgrades are, and 1-0 for our Marines and Marauders. Moving out, taking this expansion is TooCool. And these siege tanks, although these siege tanks are jumbled up, and they shouldn't really be like that, they should be more of a spread out. With this orbital command here, what the orbital